So this has to do with NLU's COM 205 class, which I just finished, spring 22. This class has to be revamped. It needs to be relooked at because some of these instructions were not helpful. The only good thing was that we didn't have to do learning notes anymore, and that I appreciated. But I think that sometimes curriculum has to take into account non-traditional students such as myself and one of my classmates who work full-time and are in school and have families. Some of this reading material was just too much. The instructor, Andy Fry, he said this was his first time teaching online, and it showed because there were a lot of discussion posts that just weren't responded to. And I know he reached out to me individually, but if everybody's having the same problem, it would probably be best to do it in the group so that everything can be addressed. But let's start with module 2, which was this let's make a site. We were given 3 options using a couple of different website platforms such as WordPress, Medium, Weebly, and Wix, depending on what you were doing. So I used Wix for my digital resume, which I had already done in one of my card classes, Youth of Professional, which I had done on PowerPoint. He wouldn't accept that, so that was neither here nor there. Then the next thing, which was not creator, this content calendar. Okay. So we were told in the instructions that it doesn't have to be content you actually create, or you can. Okay, so don't hold back. Use your ideas based on your resources or time. I don't know exactly what that meant. So I created a content calendar based on events that Black people in Chicago would attend, and did that. You know, it made sense. The events were real. The content wouldn't have been real or not. So that's where part of my issue started. So then the next thing was we were supposed to be creating a video, and we were supposed to share our process of planning and filming and editing, which was not part of the class. I don't know about video editing. That took up time for me to figure that out, because most times, like right now, I do things in one take unless I'm interrupted. So that was a challenge, and that is not something that I want to do going forward unless I'm going to take a video editing class. So if video editing is a part of any other COM class, you need to suggest to your students to take a video editing class first so that we know exactly what we're doing. And in this discussion, we were supposed to be discussing how our social media plans were working. I had no social media plan. I didn't, just a content calendar, and that was it. So this is where I ran into problems, which was this video. So like I said, I get interrupted. So they wanted us to do a video, which was going to be an extension of our blog website, created the following. So this made no sense. This is what's confusing. So it says we are to make a video as an extension of your blog website. Create one of the following. What you create is up to you. Stream your favorite game, rant about college life, and so much more. So, and then submit a 500-word reflection about how the video fits into your personal brand. So, if it's supposed to be an extension of our blog, website, or whatever, then a rant or whatever we're creating and needing to fit our personal brand, how does that work? Because it doesn't. It doesn't work at all. So that needs to be looked at. The other thing was this content portfolio. You wanted 5 pieces that fits into your plan. Some of us don't have enough for that, because some of us, for our personal brands, you know, some people may have had some people may have not. I don't. I do now. But I think each one should be enough, because you wanted a written piece of 500 words, a video or a podcast, or an image or a graphic design piece. But then you wanted 100 to 200 words of text of an overview of the piece. So if I'm writing 500 words, then I'm writing an additional, it's going to be an additional 600 to 700 words. That doesn't make any sense. I think to just ask for those 3 pieces would be enough, would definitely be enough. So yeah, that's not going to work. And then when it got to this presentation, it really wasn't clear. And when Andy decided to clear it up, it was the very last week of class, because he had made a mini lecture on the content portfolio, which he had done the day after that homework assignment was due, and the presentation. So, you know, he was like, he told me that I'm doing good work. I shouldn't even be worried about it, but I told him I'm a perfectionist, and this is my major. I'm not screwing up on my major. I already got 1B. It brought down my GPA. The other class that I had taken before I moved down here to Arizona brought it down even more. I had a 4.0, then a 4.93. That B brought it down to 3.89. Do you think I wanted to go any lower than that? No. So then he just told us to put up original content. So, because I had questions that I put into the discussion that he never addressed. He addressed it in an email and everything, and just told me not to worry about it. Now, when I did turn in my final piece, he graded it, and I did get the full points, which I appreciate. But the thing is, this whole class was just frustrating. Like, there was just a lot of text to read, and to read all that stuff in a week. Yeah, and then you want assignments. Like I said, the only good thing was that the learning notes we did not have to do. So that was appreciative, even though I had done it in a class in the winter, which was helpful to me. But yeah, I hope that this class gets reevaluated and revamped, because it's too late for us who just took this spring 22. I don't want this to happen or have any confusion for any future students that take this class. And it's a shame that if this class has been going on for as long as it has, that nobody has said anything. Because for 15 students to complain, yeah, this is not good. This isn't. And that should say something. So National Lewis, take a look into this. I can't think of what your name is, who my professor will be, but I will be in touch with you to make sure that you got all of this information, and that, you know, this is going to be looked into. Yeah, what is your name? Your name is Elizabeth Schaefer. That is a last name I'm definitely going to remember, because that's my pastor's last name, even though it's spelled really differently. Yeah, Elizabeth Schaefer. I will be in touch with you to make sure that everything that was said by the students in COM 205, Spring 22, is looked into. Please, National Louis, you're a good community. You know, maybe you need to, I don't know if online learning is regular in the community, but yeah, some got it, some don't. And we need to make sure that if teachers are teaching online, that they have it for real. All right, thanks.